Now I'm about to set the record straight.
What up, everybody? Charlie B back in the building. Welcome to Bizarroville. I want to thank everybody for watching my show last night on narcissism. I just feel like sometimes we come in and we laugh at the brother. You know, we have our fun and everything like that, even though we're telling the truth at the same time. But my whole point is, if we can laugh at the brother, we need to try to figure out where his head is at. You feel me, allegedly? So that's why I've been doing my thing with that. Everybody who watched, I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, share. Share is the most important, okay? With me, anyway. We hit 1,800 subscribers. I want to thank everybody. I appreciate all y'all. It's Peanut Gang. Y'all coming over because y'all know it's family over here, and we love y'all. When I say family, I answer all your comments. Y'all rock with me. Shoot, we all family. But the ones that really, really rock with me, I give, I shout out titles. I got sisters here. I got cousins here. I got nephews. And B, where you at, baby? Nephew B, where you at, baby? Anyway, I know you say you work a lot, man. I know you catch up with Uncle Charlie. You cool, man. Jay, I ain't saying that another day, but you still mad at me? You still mad at me, nephew? Okay, Pac in the building. Twice today. All right. Now, let's go into this, brother. Actually, I don't know if we're on the same page again. Like I said, let's jump back. Why does he always take anybody who's in the Bible that's done something? He equates it with himself. Let's go, man.
p2p motivation, here we go. I want to tell y'all a story about a man named Joseph, and I want to use that to encourage us, to let us know that no adversity that comes against us can hold us down forever. And
is this the same, bro? Is this the same p2p that he did? Wait a minute. Yesterday, and the day before, he told us that, don't nobody hold you down. Don't let nobody do it. Right? Now today, it's adversities. Is the brother all over the place? Is he losing it? Allegedly, yes or no? Yes or no? Y'all coming here in my comments, Peanut Game talking about Charlie B. It's over. Right? Charlie B, you putting it on this brother. Now he gonna come on here and say this? Yesterday, everything good. He preaching to y'all. Don't let nothing. Today, adversities. Bro, where are you going with this? I don't know. Let's proceed.
a lot of times the adversity that comes against us is actually like, I see it as a staircase. And every time adversity hits, it's another step that you can step on. Every time you're hated on, it's another step that you can step on. Every time that you're doubted, every time that you're mistreated, it's another step that you can step on.
Okay, people. Are these steps he talking about stepping on? He's talking about stepping on people. After, let's jump back. I'm not better than nobody, but I'm above everybody. What does that mean? He's about to get back to there too. But if, like, say me, I say something about this brother. From the book he's learned, God's told him he's supposed to step on me. Stomp them out. Don't preach the word and try to see where this brother's coming from and try to get this brother on the level and on the word of God. No. Just step on him and keep it moving. Make that build you up higher. Is that in the book? Yes or no?
But this man named Joseph, if you don't know the story of Joseph, I'll sum it up pretty quickly, at least this part of his story. But Joseph was a man.
Yeah, sum it up and make it good for you, because you don't know all of it. And everybody knows you don't. That's the funny part. And you be sitting up here trying to quote scripture. Hey, I bet you, well, I already know because I've seen it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This brother still gonna tell you was something like that. What? Brother, if you don't know the whole thing, don't even mention it. Please. You looking real bad. Allegedly.
Man, or he was a young boy at the time, whose dad found favor in his dad's eyes. And Joseph had 11 other brothers. So he had...
Okay, Now I kind of get it. The way he reads his Bible, he can find favor in his boys, right? Allegedly. Now, the one thing that you're not understanding, Tim, is being a narcissist, you found favor in different boys when one boy upsets you. Now you have to find favor in another one and put them in charge. Jump back. Did he not say that? So-and-so was in charge, but he kind of messed up. Now so-and-so in charge. You're finding favor whenever you want to, which is going to lead putting the boys against each other. And pretty soon, they going to be out there rocking. It's going to be Roy Jones and keep it up, allegedly.
His big family had all these brothers, and the Lord began to give Joseph dreams. And Joseph, being young and a little bit, immature probably, he would wake up and tell his brothers and his dad and his family these dreams. And his brothers became jealous of him.
Okay, Tim, allegedly we done already broke down how you think about the boys. Is this your testimony today? I'm just wondering, is this your testimony? Because technically now, I've been playing the narcissist thing, and allegedly, I don't know why you left that in there, but you just admitted immaturity, right? I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Now, then you made a statement about his brothers and sisters being jealous of him because they thought he was kind of maybe off, allegedly, about how he thought. Are you telling us basically exactly what happened in your family, sir? I know you like that when I called you sir, right? So don't be mad at me. I give you one every now and then. Because I'm talking about your family-ness. So I'm trying to respect them through you. Because I don't know them at all, allegedly. So I know you. And everybody knows who you are. Even Megan does. Now, let's go here. Is he about to break down why he don't talk to his people? And by the end of this, he's about to tell y'all, they just need to bow down and come to me. That's why y'all rock with Charlie B. I see things people don't. Let's go with me.
Because in one of the dreams, Joseph pretty much told his brothers that one day they would bow down to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I take that too well either. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, Lord willing, I would, and I would be humble and able to bow down if I needed to. So
that's why I say the videos I do on narcissism are real important. More important than this, because y'all come over and y'all laugh and joke on the brother, but I break down allegedly really what's wrong with this man. Allegedly. Now, if he feels like and can state to y'all, I wouldn't do it. Hopefully I would, maybe. He's a man of God. A man of God is telling you, allegedly, my brothers and sisters might be right because I don't know if I would do it. I hope I could. Yes or no? What did y'all just hear?
in other words, long story short, Joseph's brothers, Joseph went out with his brothers one day. I forgot what they were doing. I'm not sure. I had to go back through the story. But
let me just say this. Allegedly, a true man of God, if he forgets something while he's talking, is he gonna tell y'all, I gotta go back to the story? Or is he gonna be like, forgive me, y'all, I got a brain fog. I gotta go back to my Bible and see what's going on with this. I forgot a little bit of something. Or is he just gonna say, I gotta go back to the story? It's the book. Some people might call them stories. Some people might call them what they want. But I don't view the Bible as stories. What are you, bro? You just said, I gotta go back.
Joseph was out with his brothers one day, and there was this pit. And because Joseph's brothers had started hating him, they literally took him and threw him in this pit, in this hole in the ground. Now,
this is what I'm saying. Do you see how he equates everybody in the Bible with his story? Oh, prison's coming up.
And then when people came, when foreigners or strangers came by, Joseph's brothers actually sold Joseph into slavery. And so these are the same brothers that Joseph loved. These are the same brothers that Joseph was excited to tell about his dream, but they began to hate him. They began to despise him.
Tim, allegedly, Joseph was Joseph. You're Tim Sales. You're nothing like Joseph. And you come in here and you try to dictate the Bible to make it the way you want everybody to see who you are. And being a narcissist, you're a strong one. Because allegedly, you take on anybody who's done good, or you feel in your mind or heart, I've done the same thing, just I've done it a different way, but I've still done it. Just like you raised the dead, right? Let's go, man.
So Joseph, making a long story short, years went by.
We know you gotta make a long story short because you don't know the Bible. Allegedly.
And Joseph was a slave in this foreign land.
Okay, you was basically the slave in prison in a foreign land. Let's proceed.
And he ended up finding favor, just like with his dad, he found favor in the eyes of the Pharaoh of this land, this strange land. And so Joseph, again, another step, another piece of adversity. The pharaohs or the kings, I have to say kings so we can understand. But
you know what's funny to me? He be always talking like, so you can understand. Tim, do you understand allegedly? I know. They come in with scriptures, hit me with all types of stuff. Peanut game no more about their Bible than you do. So you don't have to be sitting down breaking it down so y'all understand. Well, we all clearly know you don't. Right? You be trying to act like you was so smarter than everybody else. But I can tell you, I got some peanut game members that can break you down so far in your book, bro, you'll be crying. You will be crying. Okay? I've even asked some of them, where y'all's channels? Get on this, brother. You feel me? But you want to sit up here and act like, so you understand. BTM members might need to understand, but over here we good.
King's wife, because Joseph was in the palace, he had a high rank in the palace. And then he not only had favor with the king or the pharaoh, but he had favor with the pharaoh or the king's wife. And the king's wife wanted to have physical intimacy with Joseph. But Joseph was a man of integrity. Joseph was a man of character. And so he didn't want to do
integrity and character. That's why I said you're not Joseph. You just proved it for yourself. You not once said what you call, and I know they say there's stories in the Bible, but I just don't take it like that. I don't think something that I believe in as strongly as I do is a story to me. I take it as fact, and I just take it as what it was or what it is and what it shall be. Now, with all the stuff you just said, that's why I said you're not Joseph. All that integrity and all that, never once in your story you tell us where Joseph stole from people. So you can't be him. Let's proceed. And we all know integrity, allegedly.
That was not something that he felt God wanted him to do. And so he ran away, But the pharaoh or the king's wife lied about it. And she said that Joseph actually attacked her and forced himself on her. And so Joseph ended up in prison. Joseph ended up,
The narcissistic mind. Joseph was in prison. I could figure this out the way to make my prison story his story, and we both good men. Allegedly. You see how he does that all the time? Allegedly. I've been telling y'all this. If it's in the Bible and he thinking he can make it right about him, and he's thinking y'all gonna listen and y'all gonna give him something or allegedly find a word in it to donate to him, allegedly he's gonna tell you anything you want to hear. Because there's no way he's like Joseph, allegedly. Y'all come here and tell me if he is or if he's not, or if whatever he's spouting off right now was just stupid, allegedly.
Spending years and years in prison, and then because Joseph was so skilled and talented, he ended up interpreting someone's dreams while he was in prison. And then, long story short,
that's it, I'm done. That's it, I'm done. If we allegedly realize he's basically adding himself to this story in the Bible, he just told you he went to prison, interpreted somebody else's dream, and what is he doing now? He's pastoring, right? It wasn't even his dream, allegedly. He just said it. He stole, allegedly, something else from somebody. So, brother, you gonna get out of prison, you gonna preach. You think that's gonna work? Yeah. Show me how to do this, man. Come on. Yes or no? What did y'all just hear? What y'all just hear? If he's trying to build this whole story on I'm just like this man, while you was in prison, you stole somebody else's dream and let you interpret it. I'm not going to say you stole it. You interpreted somebody else's dream, came out of prison and put that in the plan. Because, let's jump back, yesterday, you already said this was all worked out in there. Charlie B on one today? Charlie B, go to Drake. And I'm on one.
He got his position of rank back again. And so now with this position of rank, a famine hit. And Joseph was, part of that dream that he interpreted is that there will be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. And so during those 7 years of famine, Joseph was the one who was actually over distributing like the food to the people that were in need, because Joseph let the king and the pharaoh know, like during the 7 years of plenty, store up so that during the 7 years of famine or lack or when there's not enough food and water and all those type of things, you'll have enough to distribute to everybody. So
okay, now since we already know his brother's putting himself in this story, allegedly, right? And we already know he says he talks to God. He doesn't listen to the word, he talks to God. So if you're putting yourself in this story, are you trying to tell us that basically God talks to you and you've told God, you could talk to God and tell God, well, I think we should do this, and that? I hope that's not what you're trying to say. Because if it is, bro, that looks real bad. That looks real bad. Can't nobody tell the Lord nothing. We receive. We don't talk back. Maybe that's something you missed allegedly when you was younger, just turning out. You don't talk back to the Lord, to your parents, to man. It's not funny. But if you're equating yourself with this story, are you telling us when you have your conversations with the Lord, you talk back? Allegedly. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Because for you to tell us that he went to the king and then told them, like, we need to do like, is that what you do when you talk to God? Because if that's the case, everybody really knows that you are not a man of God if you're not taking the word and you're trying to change it around because you feel like you know more than the Lord, allegedly. Oh, that's because, like you said, you got to innovate. You just can't leave things the same, right? So you tell the Lord that the Bible's not right, allegedly, so you're going to change it and people are going to rock with you.
Joseph, the king, literally put Joseph as the one that was over that because he's the one that interpreted that dream and prophesied about it. And so, things coming full circle now. And remember the dream that Joseph had that his brothers would come and bow down to him. And so, during these years of famine, Joseph's original family with his dad and his 11 brothers, and he had sisters as well, but they were in severe famine, and so they had to come to the city or come to the pharaoh and the king to get distributed the things that they needed. And it just so happened that Joseph saw his brothers, and when he saw his brothers, long story short, you would think that Joseph would have had his brothers' heads chopped off or something like that. He had enough rank to tell the pharaoh.
Tim, no jokey joke. We wouldn't think that. But we know how you feel now. You see all the cut their heads off. Right. Thank you for letting us know how you really feel. But allegedly, we wouldn't think that. Okay? Because like you said about the story, Joseph knew suffering. He knew that his brothers and sisters knew no better, allegedly. He also allegedly knew that I don't want my brothers and sisters to suffer the way I did just because they didn't understand. And allegedly, Tim, you don't understand a lot. It's Charlie B's thoughts, my opinion. Let's go. We almost done.
Tell the king, like, these are my brothers. They did me wrong way back then. So let me treat them spitefully now.
Let's jump back. Who is after you, man? Joseph, what? And he was, what is going on? What is You know you doing wrong, don't you, brother? You know you allegedly doing wrong to get this money. Why are you so scared all the time? Jump back. He even said he felt funny being in the city. Yeah, because you ain't want nobody to run up on you.
And so instead of doing that, Joseph actually helped them. And the moral of that story is, I want you to understand that you can go from prison to palace. For real.
Now, y'all come here and tell me if I'm wrong right here. Let's talk. To a person that's been to prison, allegedly that is a palace. That mobile home is a palace to you. Right? Everything you have on that property, because you're the only one that has anything on that property, it's a palace to you. But let me just say this. To Megan, who's never been to prison, that mobile home is not a palace. To Megan, who's never been to prison, you having all the toys you want and she having nothing, is not a palace. To them boys, they just don't know no better, allegedly, right? So, they don't have a palace. We all know this. Now, we all allegedly know to you, it might be a palace. But it's not to them. And let's go here. Grandma Lily doesn't have a palace. Right? She's never been to prison. So why do you deserve more than they do if they've never been in trouble? But to you, Emma's your palace and you cool with it. Well, allegedly everybody else isn't. You think Grandma Lily cool with cutting grass all week? All week? Come on, man. You think Megan's really cool with doing all the farm chores on the farm, cooking 3 meals a day, cooking pre-lunch, pre-breakfast, afternoon snack, afternoon, after lunch, dinner rotation times 2 lunch. That dinner rotation time 2 lunch is, you know how people usually eat at 6? Well, he eats at 6:20 and at 6:35, allegedly. She does all this for you, but I will see why you think you went from prison to a palace. While everybody else looks like they went from prison, they went from a normal life, like Megan went from a normal life to prison. Grandma went from a normal life to prison. And like everybody comes in the comments and say, Peanut Gang, you right. You the warden. Let's go, man.
You can go from being below to being above. Even though you face adversity, like I said, adversity is just a step. You step on top of that. Even though you face rejection is just a step. You step on top of that. And before you know it, the same people that are trying to pull you down will be used as stepping stones to make you go higher. So you won't go down, but you'll go up, you know? And I just want to encourage y'all, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on in your life, that if you're going through adversity, if you're going through struggles, like you can use those things as stepping stones. You don't have to let those things pull you down, but you can let those things build you up if you handle them properly. But with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. It's p2p Motivation. We're here.
See, Tim, this is what I'm saying. You want to blame all us about your views dropping? I'm pretty sure we ain't helping, but you're doing most of it. Charlie B, what you mean he doing most of it? A man of God just told you to step on people and use it as motivation. Charlie B out, I love y'all. Y'all be easy. I'll be back. I ain't got nothing else to say. But thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for watching my other, the narcissism thing, and really appreciate y'all for watching Grid Down. I'll probably be back with Grid Down. It'll probably be late tonight. I gotta get my babies down if it is tonight, or it'll be early in the morning when y'all wake up. But no, what's the day? Baby, what's the day? Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, comment Friday. So I might not answer comments from the narcissism thing today, or these, and we'll do them tomorrow. And so I gotta come back with Grid Down tonight, probably, late? Okay, so I'll see y'all later with that, but I'm pretty sure your man gonna drop him. You know Charlie B. Charlie B gonna make it do what it do, baby. Let's go, man. Love y'all.